Well folks, the dismemberment has begun. So, couldn't find my spring compressor, so I ground it off. Piece of cake, not dangerous. Just chopped through them a few times and got them off. There's not much tension on them when they're on the lowest setting. There's very little, very little on them. So I just sliced through it, got rid. Then you've got that collar. Then you've got your adjusting thing at the top. Now, amazingly, the reservoir does do something, look. There's a pipe in the middle of it, which I found quite surprising because I drilled that. I put a great big long drill bit in there and it just came out like bitumen. You know, like plasticky bitumen something. So they're obviously not adjustable. You can't pump them up, you can't do anything with them. This hole is just a hole. There's nothing behind it apart from this rubbery black stuff. So I sliced it off with this mighty little tool. So, yes, there's oil. And if you look at the damper... Oh, so there you see, that's a bit rude, isn't it? If you're that way inclined. Oh, right, so there you go, look. That oil's out, contaminating the garden. So, it does do something. So, I think what we know is that these are not merely decorative, which is what I did think. There's a little pipe hole there, look, it's blocked up with the grinder bits. But it's obviously the reservoir that the damping oil lives in. This damper is now no good, so that bit comes off, I think. So in there is just a standard damper with what is effectively a remote oil tank. It's got very fine grade oil coming out of it, which is it's very fine stuff. So I'll not bother doing the other one because I'm sure they're the same. I just wanted to know, you know, so that reservoir is not decorative, but it doesn't seem to do a massive amount. I don't think. I mean, yes, it's got the oil in that you can't get in here, and it looks cool, but I put a drill bit in that was probably about that long. It was nothing but black plasticky gunge. Now, I could actually slice that in half. In fact, I think I will. I'll slice it in half and add it to this video. Okay, here we are. I have removed the reservoir. Oops, did I see? Right from there. That reservoir unscrews off the body of... I don't know if you can see this actually with the sun. Let's try it down here. Right, so that body unscrews off there, anti-clockwise as normal, and inside it's got like a plunger. Look, can you see it moving up and down on a sort of, but it's got a rubber seal. So what I've done is, that's what it looks like when it comes off, and here is one with a side cut off rather messily. So you've got a rubber seal here, a rubber seal there, and this thing can move up and down. So that bit there is what you're seeing here. And it seems to be pressurised, but there's no spring in there. So it's air or gas of some sort in this bottom chamber, which is pressurised, not adjustable. There's no means inside it, outside it of pumping it up, nothing. So it's set. So the amount of pressure there that's pushing on the damping is preset. I can't imagine they'll last very long. However, I'm no expert. So, unadjustable, can't pump it up. That thing goes up and down, so presumably as the damper operates, you know, as that damper works, then it's taking fluid out or putting it back into here by that sliding up and down against gas pressure in here. There's no spring, So it's going from the shocker damper through that hole into here. It's sealed there, and it's pushing that up and down. Well, it's adding fluid or taking fluid out as it damps. And what makes that go and pump it back into the damper is just gas pressure in there. That's it. I'm happy now. I'm happy that I've done a dismemberment. Pretty simple, basic system. Unadjustable. Can't add gas to the bottom of it to pressurise it. So it is effectively unadjustable damping. You can adjust the springs, as we know, but you can't adjust this. The amount of gas in that bottom chamber that pressurises that to move up when you push against it by adding damper fluid is unalterable. Basic. They haven't lasted very long in terms of cosmetic appearance. So that's them. RIP. They're going to go into my scrap bin. So in the meantime, if you've still got those, I'm sure they'll do. They're on the bike to start with. The cylinder is not merely decorative, contrary to my earlier theory. However, it's not particularly sophisticated. So it's basically adjustable springs, that's it. I think anything's going to be better than that, to be honest. And certainly, cosmetically, it will look better. So there you go. I've got my new ones on. I've just actually shortened my Allen key while I had the grinder out. So that will get, I've got several of these, all from Lidl supermarket. And that will get in to tighten that suspension bolt on the left-hand side of the bike. So there you have it. Not brill. Adequate, I suppose. Not very long lasting, I would say, by the cosmetic appearance. And certainly damping completely unadjustable. So I think well rid. So there you have it, everybody. A post-mortem, an autopsy. In the meantime, take care, ride safe, and watch this space for updates on the gear change indicator. See you soon.